isn't working because something went wrong and I couldn't start the class. I don't know what happened. Okay, I think we are live now. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Grammar Garage series. So everything looks like it's working now. Come on in, everybody. The chat window is loading. The Verbling app is working. Yep, looks like we're okay. Excellent. So this hour, we're going to be working on a major issue, which is how to talk about hypothetical reasons for things. In other words, how to use the second conditional. This will be a class which will solve a major problem for most native speakers, non-native speakers, I should say. The difference between using will and would, can and could, shall and should, the difference between the first and the second conditional. So all of that and more coming up in just a minute. Let me just do a quick get my name on the board. Something is really weird with the Hangout right now, so I don't know what's going on. My screen is frozen, so while I'm waiting for this to load, let me say hello to all of you. So, welcome back, Van Ann. Nice to see you. And Frank as well. Nice to see you from last hour. Hello, everyone. And let's say hello to Tanya. Hello, Tanya. Are you there?
Hello, teacher.
Okay, good. Did you get my message, Tanya? Yesterday I had a little emergency. That's why I sent you a message, but I think you had already left.
Yes, I saw.
Okay, so if you want to meet today, maybe we can talk after class, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yes, yesterday was just something that came up, and by the time I was done, it was already later than I thought, so I apologize for that. But
No, don't worry, teacher.
okay.
Today for me is a little, I'm a little busy, but we can schedule something for next week.
Okay, whatever you like, no problem. Let's say hello to, let's see, welcome back, Jose, as well. And let's say hello to, hello. And then we've got Javier. Hello, Javier, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Excellent. And we've got Fan. Hello, Fan. You're a new face. Where are you from, Fan?
From Taiwan.
From Taiwan. Let's see. I think I have seen you once before, haven't I?
Yeah.
It was a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Nice to have you back, Fan. Let's get started. If you click on that link in the chat window, you can go to my profile page. You can follow me to see all my upcoming classes. Okay, you can also schedule a private tutoring class with me. And if you click on this link, which I'm going to put for you right now, you can open our material for class. I'll put it there right now for you. And I'll also share my screen so that you can see it. And we will get started. Give me just a second. There you go. You should see it. Now what we're going to be doing here is learning grammar, but not in... Oh, there's Lena. Sorry, I skipped you, Lena. Hello, Lena. How are you?
Hi, John Eric. I'm fine. It's not a problem at all.
Hey, nice cat.
Yeah, thank you that you noticed. I have a new picture.
Yes, that looks like a Bengal cat. Those are my favorite cats.
Actually, this cat is learning English on Verbling, yeah?
I thought so. I thought so, yes. Maybe the cat should teach English on Verbling. I don't know.
No, it's not experience. Its English is too poor.
I see. So, here's the plan. I want you to learn grammar, but I don't want it to be boring. I want you to learn it in a way like you would learn everything else, like you're communicating, speaking for real. So I've got a topic for you. How to get ahead in your career, like those people you see in the picture. But what you're really going to be doing is learning how to discuss hypothetical reasons for choices that you can make. In other words, using what we call the second conditional. So in that context, that's how you're going to learn, revise, and practice the second conditional. In other words, hypothetical things. What would you do? What could you do? That kind of thing. So first I want you all to think of some people who are famous for reaching the top of the career ladder. And I want you to tell me if they have anything in common. So, Tanya, give me a person who you think has reached the top of the ladder. Who's reached the top of their career? Someone that we might know. Give me a name.
At top the career.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Who's famous for reaching the top of their career? No one? Really? Let's open.
Famous one.
Yeah. Let's open it up to the class.
Obama.
Obama has definitely reached the top of his political career. No doubt about it. Okay. Any other ideas from class? Besides Obama, who else comes to mind? Frank, who comes to mind for you? Who's reached the top of their career? Oh, Frank's having connection problems.
No.
Oh, there he is. So who comes to mind? Someone famous for reaching the top of their career. We have Obama. Who else comes to mind?
Maybe John Eric.
John Eric. John Eric.
I know your friend called John Hancock.
Oh, John Hancock. Okay.
So please put your John Hancock.
John Hancock. Did he reach the top of his career when he signed the Declaration of Independence? Yeah, maybe. That's kind of an obscure reference, though. Maybe we need someone a little more mainstream than John Hancock, but a very good try. What about you, Fan? Who comes to mind as someone famous for reaching the top of their career?
Okay. Fan or Van? Okay.
Fan and Van, both of you. Ladies first, Van.
Okay.
Ladies
Okay.
first, Van.
Thank you. I think Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. He is famous for reaching the top of his career. Maybe 2 careers, because now he's got a new job. Right? What's he more famous for now, do you think, Van?
I'm not really sure. I just know him as a CEO of Microsoft.
That's true, he was. And now he's the CEO or director of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which does something totally different. And Fan with an F. Fan, who comes to mind for you?
Does he have to a person in nowadays?
No, not necessarily. We had John Hancock, so not necessarily. Who comes to mind for you from before?
Einstein.
Einstein, interesting. Einstein is a very interesting choice because Einstein had a pretty bizarre career, really weird.
All right.
Einstein worked at the local patent office. I mean, he could have worked in a shoe store. He didn't have a career. He got rejected from every job that he went to in where did he grow up in Switzerland? Where did he move to? Switzerland, wasn't it? No, he was before in I don't remember where he was when he was young. If he was in Austria, if he was in Germany, I can't remember. But when he graduated university, he could not get a job anywhere. He got rejected from every university. He couldn't get a job as a teacher. So he got a job at a patent office. That means that he had to look at your invention and decide whether they should give you a patent. They should protect it. And he liked the job so much that he spent all of his time thinking about physics and not doing his job. Or it was so easy he could do both. I don't know. So it's a strange career, but an interesting example. Javier, look at these people. Obama, Bill Gates, Einstein, and maybe even John Hancock, I don't know. Do they have something in common, do you think?
Another people is different.
No, do you think that these people have something in common that In common, yeah. Did they have something in common that led to their success?
Success. Their life are success, no?
Their lives are successful.
Success.
Successful, right. Javier, what do they have in common? What do you think they have in common with each other?
Celebrity people.
Mhm. They are celebrities, that's true. Now they're celebrities. Let me ask another question here. Mr. Jose, are you out there?
Yes.
Jose, do Obama and Bill Gates and Einstein have something in common that helped them become successful? This is your
In my
opinion.
opinion, that both of them they are a very intelligent person.
Okay. So first is intelligence.
Yes.
That's one thing they have in common. Okay, excellent. Lena, what else would you add to the list besides intelligence?
I think that they are all hardworking and persistent.
Hardworking and persistent. That is true, actually, because Einstein worked on his equations for for years and years before he got any recognition. Yeah, so that's true. Like if something like 10 years and he didn't know if anyone was even going to care. So yeah, that's true. Obama, well, yeah, he grew up kind of poor and he kept working at it until he became a senator, and once he became a senator, he got noticed. Yep, absolutely. I think it's good. Okay, class. Is there anything else we could add to the list besides intelligence and being hardworking? Any other qualities they have in common?
Yes.
What?
I can say that because their behaviors are exceed our imagination.
They have like helped. They have a good imagination. Is that what it is? Sorry.
Their behaviors are exceed our imaginations.
I don't understand the first word. Exist our imaginations? You mean that they
exceed.
Exceed. Got it. Exceed our. I would say like this: exceed our expectations. You could say imagination, but we have this expression that we use a lot in English. If someone exceeds your expectations, it means that they impress you, right? They impress.
So they behaviors.
And you can let me give you
expected.
Exactly, unexpected. And Frank, you could also say they go, or I should say they went beyond our imagination, beyond imagination. Imagination. Whoops, it's hard to write this word. Imagination. Like this. Another expression. So with imagination, it's to go beyond and exceed its expectations. Those are the phrases we often use.
So I have a question.
What's that?
What is the difference between beyond and exceed?
What is the difference between
which
beyond?
Is more strong expression.
Well, it's not that one is strong and one isn't. What I mean is, we have these expressions and we use certain words in each expression. So when we talk about expectations, we usually use the word exceed. And if we use another word like imagination, we would probably say go beyond. It's not that you can't exceed. Can you exceed your imagination? It just sounds a little bit strange. It's not really wrong. It's just that we don't use that word. So it's just that these are kind of expressions where we use these particular words together. Just that. But they're about the same. Beyond is more general. Exceed is a little more specific. Just that. But they mean basically the same thing. All right. I want you to think about what it takes to make someone succeed in a career, and in doing so, you're going to be using your conditionals. I'll show you what I mean. I want you to think about how you get ahead in your career and how far would you be prepared to go, to how hard working would you be prepared to be. So I want you to read through this little questionnaire and think of your own answers to these questions, and we're going to discuss it. Then we'll get into the grammar afterwards, after you see examples. Okay? So, Van Ant, can you do the first for us? Just read through the first one and the choices.
Yes. If you could choose between having a pay increase or increasing the amount of free time you have, which would you choose? A. I would definitely go for more free time, provided that the money was enough to live on. B. I'm not sure. I would probably want to talk it over with my family first. C. The pay increased, free time without money is useless.
Excellent. So that's your first choice. Start thinking of your answers. We're going to compare answers at the end. Tanya, can you read the second one for us? If there's any questions, by the way, just ask anytime, okay? Go ahead, Tanya.
Imagine your company wanted to transfer you to another branch in a distant city. Under what conditions would you agree to the transfer? I'd go as long as it didn't conflict too much with my family and other interests.
Interests.
Good. I'd go provided that the new position mean an increase in my income and status. I wouldn't go unless I actually wanted to move to that city anyway.
Okay, very good. So think about that, and then we'll compare answers. By the way, is the branch the same company or a different company? Tanya.
Oh, sorry, teacher.
Is a branch the same company or a different company?
To another branch. It's the same company. Is other unit.
It's another unit, right? I just wanted to clarify the word branch in this one, right? So you have to go to another branch. Under what conditions would you relocate? Sometimes companies will ask you that. Are you willing to relocate when you're doing an interview or an assessment? Okay, we're almost there. Lena, could you read number 3 for us?
Yes. Supposing you had influential family connections, would you use them to progress faster in your career? A. I wouldn't object if my connection helped me, but I wouldn't actively use them. B. Sure, I would. In this world, you have to use everything you've got. C. No, I'd prefer to feel responsible for my own progress.
All right. Think about you people who are born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You know that expression, Lena? To be born with a silver spoon in your mouth?
Yes, I know. It's something like to have everything. Just from the birth, just wealthy parents, probably some good opportunities to study and so on.
Exactly. So when you're a baby, they feed you with a silver spoon, right? You've got everything. So think about that. You're born in a privileged life. How would you use it? How would you use that privilege? Some people give up the money. They try to make it on their own. Some people don't. Okay, so think about that. We'll come back to it in a second. Everyone start choosing your answers. Write them down, A, B, or C. Okay, we're going to compare answers in a minute. Jose, number 4.
Okay. Number 4. Let's say you were offered a high-powered job with a company that exports dangerous chemical refuse to third-world countries. Will you accept it?
Keep reading?
I have to read the...
Yeah, read the
okay,
answers
okay.
too.
Yeah, yes. No, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did that. The second one. Yes, the situation wouldn't wouldn't be made any better. If I refused the job, would it? Would it? The third one. It would depend on whether the sports were illegal or not.
Exactly. Now, to understand this one, we have to understand the word refuse, right? So,
Yes.
Jose, is
Okay.
refuse something good,
Uh,
something
re-
bad?
refuse when
Remember, in this
yeah,
case, it's a noun,
refuse.
not a verb. It's refuse, the refuse. It's a noun, not a
No.
verb. Uh-huh.
Refuse as a noun.
So, if I say it like this, let's see. What do companies produce that can pollute?
Refuse is the same that garbage or trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Garbage, trash, pollutants.
trash. Okay, it's clear, John.
Okay, so your company is going to export dangerous trash, radioactive pollutants to the third world. Would
Okay.
you work at a company like that?
No.
Think about it. Oh, well, think about it. Think about it. Choose your answer A, B, or C, and we'll compare answers.
Okay.
Mr. Javier, could you read the 5th paragraph for us, please?
Supposing you knew a secret about work colleague which would decrease his or other chance of a promotion. If both you and this colleague were competing for the same position, will you reveal this secret to your boss? It would depend on how well I got along with the colleague. B. No, I would never betray a colleague just to get a promotion. C. Yes, I mean, I'm sure the colleague would do the same in my shoes.
Okay, to understand this paragraph, we have to understand the word promotion. What happens if you get a promotion at work, Javier? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good thing.
It is a good thing. So you have to decide, are you willing to get a promotion by revealing a secret about a colleague, right? The secret will stop him from getting the promotion and might help you from getting the promotion. Think about your answer. Okay, we're going to compare answers in just a minute. And I think we have one more. Let's go to Fan with an F, for number 6, please.
Imagine you were starting a career as a film director, and you had been contracted to make your big budget movie. If the film company told you to include some product
placement.
Include some product placement in your movie, would you protest? Yeah. No.
Keep reading. Let's read through the answers first.
No. Everybody's going it these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But read all the answers. So A is yes.
Okay. Yes, I would accept that, even if it meant losing my contract. And B, no, everybody is doing it these days. And C, yes, I wouldn't take any protest too far. I wouldn't want to lose the contract.
Okay. So these are questions that will come up in you getting ahead in your career. These 6 situations. Take a minute, think about your answers to all of these. Okay? Maybe you could make some notes on a piece of paper, like 1, write your answer A, B, or C, 2, A, B, or C. Okay? Flip through the slides. I'll give you a second. And let's see if we all have the same answer or if we all have different answers. Okay? So everyone, start to go through the slides, decide what you would do to get ahead. I'll give you another 30 seconds or so. Okay?
What does it mean, betray? Number 5, please.
In number 5, betray. Okay. In number 5, what?
Yes,
the sentence. Letter B. I would never betray a colleague just to get a promotion. Okay. So think about it like this. Does your colleague trust you at work? Do you trust your colleague properly, Javier?
Sorry?
Normally, do you trust the people you work with? Normally. Yes or
Yes.
no? Yes,
Yes.
of course. If someone got you in trouble, would you be surprised?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, if someone got you in trouble, they would betray your trust because you wouldn't expect it. They would betray your trust. They would do something that you don't expect. They do something bad. In other words, they break the trust between you and them. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. So, everyone ready? Let's see if we have similar answers. Number 1, you have to choose between the pay increase or the free time. Okay? So, who chose free time? Nobody. Who chose you're not sure? Nobody? Who chose the pay increase?
Me.
Of course. Okay. Give us a reason though.
Yeah, I think it's kind of reasonable in the answer. If we have more time, but we don't have enough money to enjoy in our life. So what's the point of having more time
Mm-hmm.
and not having money?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
And so, if we had more time, we wouldn't have enough money.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we had more money, what would we be giving up, Van?
Maybe we would give enough time, our free time with family and friends.
Yeah, who needs them, right?
Of course, we need them, but like, just imagine if you don't have money, you wouldn't be able to have fun with them. I mean, like if you want to go travel or something, you couldn't do it because you don't have money.
Hmm. Okay. Does everyone agree with Van? Does everyone have the same answer as Van?
No, I put letter B.
Oh, okay. Why? Why you're not sure?
Because I needed to talk with my family because I want if I accept this condition, I want I want to have I wouldn't have time to stay with my family. So I need
Right.
to discuss this.
If I accepted it, I wouldn't have time. That would be the
Yeah.
consequence. Exactly. So
Yeah.
you definitely talk it over. Okay. You're very responsible, Tanya.
Thank
You're
you.
not selfish like Van, who just wants money, 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 money. That's all she wants. I think I don't know which I would choose. I think my problem is I'd always go for the free time and then I'd be poor because that's what I always do and I'm always poor. So, but then again, I have no free time now, and I'm still not rich. So I think there you go. Look at that. I went for the work hours and I'm still not rich. So you see, it doesn't always work out the way you expect. Okay,
Yeah.
let's take a look at in number 2. You had to be transferred. Okay. Now, under what conditions would you agree? Lena, what about you for this one? What was your answer for 2?
I would answer A. I'd go as long as it didn't conflict too much with my family and other interests. I think I could get some experience, and I think it's also it can be also interesting to live in another city, probably to meet new friends, to make new acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. It depends on the family situation, of course. Yes.
So to summarize, if you transferred, you would be able to, just to summarize, if I transferred, I would be able to do what? Lena? Uh-oh, what happened to Lena?
I would agree to the transfer
Right.
to
But
another city.
if you did transfer, what would you be able to do you think? Maybe, possibly. What would you be able to do? You would be able to.
Probably I would be able to go abroad. Probably
You'd,
I would be able to learn new language, a new
exactly.
culture.
Right. So you.
I would be able to widen my horizon.
Okay. You'd be able to broaden your horizons.
Broaden my horizon.
Exactly. So you would be able to do a lot of things. So that seems like it's a good answer, right? Does everyone agree with Lena?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we're all on the same page with that, as long as it doesn't conflict. Okay. Let's see if we can try one or two more here. What about the family connections? Van, what was your choice for fan? Fan. Fan with an F. Fan. What was the choice for family connections? If you had influential family connections, would you use them to get ahead, Fan? Or would you be a good guy and work with your own sweat and labor?
It's mine.
Yeah, that's you.
But I don't know what exactly family connection is.
Family connections is money. Family connections is knowing the right person. Let's say your mother and father were really good friends with, the president or someone influential. Bill Gates and your parents are best friends. Would you go to Bill Gates and say, "Hey, Bill, give me a job"?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a political term called the I don't know how to say in English, but it's I think it will somehow influence the.
I think not. It will. I think it would. I think it would.
Oh yeah, it would. It's if I had the influential connection, I think I would not exactly get promotion, but somehow would
You could
have
say
a better chance, I think,
right.
to have a better chance in my career.
So you could say, I would take advantage of the connection. I would take advantage of.
I would take advantage of.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
take advantage of.
But let's see. I don't know. Is that cheating, class? Is he cheating? I mean, isn't he substituting hard work for just an easy opportunity? Class, what do you think? Would you do the same as Fan or not?
I think he should do that because not everyone has the same opportunity as him. I mean, not everyone has an influential family connections, but you can use it, but not too. I mean, not too much. Like, but wouldn't actively use them. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So what would you do? I would, if I had the great family connections, I would do what, Van?
I think I would go for A. I mean, I wouldn't object it, but like I wouldn't use it actively as well. I mean, yeah. Uh, if I have I mean ability and I really want to get into a company, I think I would go by myself. I mean, I would apply by myself, but besides that, if I have a good connection with the CEO of the company, for example, maybe I'll get a better opportunity to, I mean, a better chance to get into the company.
It's certainly quite a risk. If you don't take advantage of it, it's quite a risk if you try it on your own. But, some people feel that they have to prove it to themselves. So
Yeah.
we'll think about that. Okay. Javier, this one's for you. Javier, wake up. Come back, Javier. He's out there looking out the window. Javier, take a look at number 4. You're offered a high-powered job. Oh my God, that's a job where you make lots of money. Number 4, you're offered a high-powered job, but your company is evil. They're sending out toxic waste to the third world. So would you take that job? You're going to get paid lots and lots and lots of money. Would you accept that job, Javier?
A, B, or C, or my opinion?
A, B, or C, and your opinion. You pick one, and then tell us why.
I think so. C.
It wouldn't be so. So you would take the job, Javier?
It depends my situation in this moment. I don't know.
Well, your situation is you need a job. That's your situation. And
If
someone
I don't have money, maybe a lot of money, maybe it's not very, very dangerous, maybe it's possible I accept, I don't know. But my opinion now is not, letter A. No, I wouldn't be able to live with myself indeed that.
So that's your answer? You wouldn't be able to live with yourself?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. You have a moral conscience. Okay. You're a moral person, Javier.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, what would happen, class? What would happen if you took that job? What do you think would happen in the future? Would you feel bad? Jose, would you feel bad if you took that job later on? Would you start to think about it?
Yes.
Would you feel guilty later if you took that job?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I feel guilty.
I would feel.
I would feel guilty.
You'd feel guilty. All right. It's a tough call because there's plenty of jobs out there like this. Plenty of jobs. Sometimes, these companies are big. And also, what about universities? What about universities? Universities do all kinds of things, some good, some bad. So imagine you were going to go to a university. You're giving them money. There's a famous case of an American university that was building a campus in, I'm not going to say where, because I'm not going to mention the name of the university, but the workers were paid nothing when they built a campus in a foreign country. Famous case if you watch the news. And think about it. Your money went to that university, and that's what they did with it. On the other hand, if you don't go to this famous university, you don't get a good job, and you can't change the world. It's a tough call. Okay. Let's take a look at the last two, and then I want to focus on phrasal verbs. No, not phrasal verbs. Conditionals. Sorry. So, number 5, class. What was your answer to number 5? Would you betray a colleague? Would you create an advantage for yourself? Would you do it, class?
Yeah, in my opinion, I will choose the letter A. It will depend on how well I got along with the colleague.
Okay.
I think the life is a competition.
Life is a competition. So you're in competition with me, Jose. You're in competition with me, Jose. You hate my guts because I'm a jerk.
Yeah.
So, if you knew a secret about me, would you tell the boss? Because we're in competition.
In my job depend of you. Yes, I tell the
you
secret.
hate my guts. You hate me. Would you rat me out, Jose? Would you do it?
If I am in a competition to find a better position in the company, yes.
Oh my
because
God.
the life is a competition.
Oh my God. Jose, I thought I knew you, and now I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. Little mild-mannered Jose. Oh, I didn't know it. Okay, last one. Then we're going to talk about our conditionals here. You're a film director. This is product placement. Product placement means that you put a product into the film, even though it has nothing to do with the film. Probably has nothing to do with the film. It used to be illegal. Nowadays, I don't know if it's illegal. It used to be not possible. You couldn't make a film and put Coca-Cola in the film just because they gave you money. In America, I think you could, and in Europe, you couldn't. There were some rules. Now, I don't know if those rules even exist. So, Lena, what would you do? You're directing. You're directing the next movie with Brad Pitt. Big Brad Pitt movie, starring everyone. I don't know who's famous anymore. I just say Brad Pitt because the first name that came to my mind. But Coca-Cola wants to give you $10 million for Brad Pitt to wear a Coca-Cola suit and a Coca-Cola hat and drink Coca-Cola and talk about Coca-Cola. And the movie you're doing is an adaptation of the New Testament, and Brad Pitt is playing Jesus Christ. Would he drink Coca-Cola in the movie?
It's a very difficult question, yes. Yeah, on the one hand, I can lose money and I can't produce this movie at all, yes.
Basically, yeah.
On the other hand, the star should drink Coca-Cola.
You have to find a way to make it realistic, in
And it's
biblical times.
probably I would think about how I can make so just that probably they drink something which looks like Coca-Cola, but not show the bottles of Coca-Cola. Yes, I would just look for some solution. I don't know, just if you see the liquid in a glass,
Right.
and they drink it. And there is no written, it's Coca-Cola, enjoy Coca-Cola, yes, it's the best drink, yes. Probably I would look for such strategy, just something like that. I think probably I would decide C, yes, but I would not take my protest too far. I wouldn't want to lose the contract, but then I would try to make it so that it doesn't look like 100% advertisement,
Right.
yes.
So all the Roman soldiers in your biblical epic are drinking Coca-Cola, right? Because that's what they did back then. It would be difficult to do in a period piece, but okay. You would not take your protest too far because you would lose the budget of your film, and that could happen. It's true. It could happen. It's a moral dilemma. Well, listen. All of you have been using the second conditional, and I want to take a look at it right now to show you what you've been using. Give me a second here. I want to jump forward here to this slide. Explain the difference in form and meaning between these two sentences. Okay? So first, look at the two sentences. Tanya, read the first one for us, the first conditional.
If my boss asks me to work weekends, I won't do it.
Okay, good. And let's see. And Van, can you read the second one for us?
Yes. If my boss asked me to work weekends, I wouldn't do it.
Okay. So see if you can tell the difference between these. And basically what I want you to do is take these sentences and I want you to match them to the first or the second conditional. Okay? So let's start with, let me call on one of you. Well, Mr. Fan, the first sentence, what does it match with? Read the first sentence below, number 1.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay. The speaker might or might not have a boss at present.
Okay. Which sentence does that relate to? The first conditional or the second conditional? What do you think? Because we got to clarify what time we're talking about, whether it's the past, present, or future here.
I think it's the second conditional.
You think it's the second conditional? Okay. You got to tell me why, because I don't know if I don't know if I agree with you.
Because the first conditional says if my boss asks me to work weekend, the probability of it is larger than the second conditional. So, which means the person supposed to have a boss, and
Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah. So number one, what you mean to say is sentence number one is more hypothetical than real. In other words, I could say if my boss asked me, but I could also say if my boss were to ask me. It's another way. So it's more hypothetical than the first conditional. Is that the idea? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I understand you now. Yeah, okay. So I agree. Okay, then I agree. Absolutely. Very good. And Mr. Javier, can you read the second sentence and tell me which one it matches with?
The speaker definitely has a boss.
Okay, so if number one is the second conditional, number two is which? Logically.
Number one is second, no?
Number one is the second one. If my boss asks me, means I'm imagining whether or not I have a boss. I might have a boss, I might not. I'm thinking of a hypothetical situation.
The speaker definitely has a boss is really, no?
It's real.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. So it matches with the first or second conditional?
First.
The first is correct. The first conditional is a consequence in the future of a present fact. Number two matches with the first conditional. Perfect, Javier. Very good, very good. And let's see, Jose, can you read the third one for us? Jose, are you there?
Me?
No, Jose.
Ah, sorry.
Jose, what happened to you, Jose? Jose's gone. Lena, can you read the third one for us?
The situation is possible and could easily happen. I think it's a hypothetical situation. It matches with yes, it matches with a second conditional.
Right. Well, wait. Is possible and could easily happen. Is possible and could easily happen.
I believe it's first.
You believe it's first. Okay. So we've got one vote for the first and one vote for the second. Uh-oh. What do the rest of you think? Well, let's look at number 4 first, then you'll see. Tanya, can you read the fourth one, the last one for us?
The situation is impossible or unlikely. Second conditional.
Second conditional. So, Lena, you see these are actually in pairs. So number 4 is the second conditional, therefore number 3 is probably the first conditional. And in fact it is. If something is more possible or more likely to happen, it's probably about the future. And if something is impossible or it's unlikely, it probably talks about a hypothetical situation in the present that may be in the future, but has to do with how we imagine the present to be. So, in other words, to summarize, the first conditional matches with 2 and 3. The second conditional matches with 1 and 4. Okay? And let's see if we can put this into perspective. For example, Lena, I'm going to say a sentence, and I want you to tell me how this sentence would end. Okay?
Richard, could you repeat the matches?
The matches, the ones I said were the first conditional matches with sentence 2 and 3.
2 and 3, okay.
The second conditional matches with sentence 1 and 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And notice the verb tenses here. First conditional. If my boss asks, what's that? Past, present, or future? Class. Past, present, or future? Asks.
Present.
Present. I won't do it. Past, present, or future?
Future.
Future. If plus present plus will or future, first conditional.
Okay.
Second conditional. If my boss asked, if plus what?
Past.
Past plus, we have this other special word.
Auxiliary. Auxiliary would.
Yeah, so the formula for second conditional, if plus past plus would. And that's what we've been using to talk about almost all of those hypothetical situations. I would go to a foreign country if it didn't affect my family life too much. I would take advantage of my connection to Bill Gates to get a job, because if I didn't, someone else would. So we use the second conditional quite a lot. Let's see, we're kind of out of time, but we can do a little bit of practice if you have a little bit of time. So this is underline the phrases. Well, we're not going to do that. I want you to take a look at these sentences here. Underline the phrases in getting ahead in your career with these meetings. Answer questions 1 and 2. Look at these sentences and tell me what words and expressions have a similar meaning down at the bottom. Are there any grammatical changes needed if you use these alternative expressions? Okay, so let's read the first one and tell me what it is. First, second conditional, what is it? Van, can you read the first example before we run out of time?
Yes, I would choose more free time if the money was enough to live on.
So that came from getting ahead in your future, the one we just read.
Yeah.
And what is it, first or second?
That is second condition.
Because it's got would. It is. I would choose if the money was enough. Follows the formula. The consequence is with would, the condition is with the past. Okay. Mr. Fan with an F. Fan, could you read the second one there for us?
I would go if I wanted to move to that city anyway.
Okay, what is that, first or second?
Second.
It's the second conditional. And you know that because of would. I would go. All of these, I think you're going to see, are basically second conditional. So the question is, what words and expressions have a similar meaning to if and if not? So in this question, we have to see if we can replace if or if not, because this is going to be a little bit hard to do. I think we're going to run out of time here. That's the problem. Let's see. So look at the first one. Do you remember, or can you find that sentence in the original context in getting ahead in your career? So before we run out of time, we're actually out of time, but let's see if we can just do one to give you an example. So Van, you read the first one, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the original sentence? How did we replace if in the original sentence? Do you remember?
Original provided.
Okay, very good. So read the sentence with provided. How does it sound?
Provided that I would choose more free time, provided that the money was enough to live on.
That's exactly right. So if can be replaced by provided that, right? Provided that is the same as if in the second conditional. Okay? The second sentence, who was that? Fan? Would you read the second? Okay, can you replace if in the second sentence?
Sure. I would go provided that I wanted to go to move to that city anyway.
You can say provided that. Is that what we saw when we were reading? Because when we were reading, we saw it in a different form. We saw it in a negative form. So try it as a negative. I wouldn't go.
I wouldn't go if
Instead of if, I wouldn't go and replace if.
Supposing.
Not exactly. Does anyone remember? I wouldn't go unless is correct. Good. So Fan, I wouldn't go unless I wanted to move to that city anyway. So now we have two options. Positive, provided that. Negative, unless. And we have actually, we've got, do we have any others in the text that you recall, class? Or is that it? Are there any other changes we need to make? Anything else come to mind? No? So if it's a no, then we're in good shape. So that means you only have to remember two things. I think that you're right, because the other answers are, well, Fan, you said supposing. And you could use supposing, but is supposing when it's positive or negative? You're absolutely right that you can use supposing. Would you use it in a
I think it's the same meaning as provided.
It is. It is the same meaning as provided.
Yeah.
Okay. And you could see that because of actually the fourth one. Supposing you had influential family connections. If you had connections, would you use them? Supposing you had family connections, would you use them? Okay? Now the problem here is that we're a little bit out of time, so we kind of have to stop. But here's what I want you to do. On your own, I'd like you to go through those questions, see if you can match them back to the article like we were just doing, and see if you can find all, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 substitutions for if. We found 3 so far. There's 2 more that you have to locate. And then in this last part, it says work in small groups, discuss what you would do, what you'd be prepared to do. I'll give you the choice here. I'm going to keep working with conditionals, so we're going to have a chance to get more practice next Thursday. But if you like, you can write your answer to one of these, send it to me in the message window, and I'll be happy to correct it and send it back. So if you prefer, do slide 12, pick one of these, write your answer to practice your conditionals. Your goal is to try to not use if. Try to use the words you discovered in the text. Okay, so that's how we'll do this. However, you're also going to get speaking time next Thursday, because we're going to keep working with second conditionals, and we're going to take it a step further. All right? So that's the plan. Questions?
No.
Javier, question?
Yes, John. How I do to review this link?
Well, do you have the link? Because all you need to do is, I'll give you the link again in the chat window. 1 second. There's the link in the verbally chat. Here is the link in the group chat. Okay? So click on that link and bookmark it, and you can come back to it anytime you like.
Where? Can you repeat?
Click. I put the link in both chat windows. Do you see it? It's in both chat windows now. I just put it there.
Yeah, where? In the chat?
Yeah, I just put it there.
I copy, no?
Yeah, copy it or click it and bookmark it in your browser. Either way.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. Can I have a quick question?
You can have a slow question.
Yeah. Provided and providing that, are they similar?
Provided no, it's the same. You can use that or you can use provided that. You don't have to use that.
No, I mean provided and providing.
Providing. Use it in a sentence. Let's see. Let's try it. Give me an example.
Okay, but I mean here I see I see in the sentence, here, provide, supposing, let's say you were offered a high-power journalism job, providing that your reports favored a certain political party. So here can I replace providing that with provided? That
The problem was that I missed it because it was a little bit too long. So which paragraph were you on? Sorry.
on slide 12.
On slide 12. Oh, okay, okay.
Sentence number 3.
Number 3. Let's say you were offered a high-powered journalism job, providing that you're... But that's correct. It's correct. That's the example that I'm giving you. So it's okay.
Yeah, I know it's correct, but I mean, can I use provided?
Oh, can you use
That?
provided? Oh, now I
Yeah.
understand. Let's say you were offered a high-powered journalism job, provided that your reports... I wonder, you can. Yes, you can use it. I wonder, what's the difference between providing that and provided in this case? Provided that... look, the difference, I guess, is that providing, it sounds more like you're talking about the present or the future, because you're talking about, you're naming the action. And if you said provided that, it sort of implies a past situation. So, but could you say it? I think so. I don't think there's any problem saying it there. You were offered a high-powered job, provided that your reports favored a certain political party. You know what? You could use either. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't matter at all. I can't really see any difference.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. I didn't help at all. I can't give you a rule because I don't know. In this context, I see no difference. But I would say that provided that sounds more like you're talking about the past because it's the ed ending. But I can't see any difference. So that's the best I can say. But look, try that slide on your own. And if you like, do the last slide 12 as a written. Pick one, write your answers, replace your ifs. Try not to use any ifs. Send it to me. I'll correct it and send it back. Next Thursday, we're going to take second conditionals a step further. And I'll give you some time to try these out in a speaking activity in class as well. So you get some more practice time. Okay, we ran out of time. Sorry for that. But tomorrow, I'll be back at 10 GMT for learning from pictures. Ooh, won't that be fun? And at 11, language games. I'm going to pick out something difficult we've been doing.
What time tomorrow?
Tomorrow from 10 GMT to 12 GMT, 2 classes. Okay? And that's it for today. Have a great day, everyone. Send me your homework if you want to write it up. And bye for now. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.